Hello and welcome to another Clearman Lawyers training video. Let's calculate some critical dates and work out public holidays. Here's the SOP on the left hand side of my screen. Let's zip down. You can see this calendar and a couple of examples underneath. Alright, so let's look here at the calendar that I've created that we use at Clearman Lawyers. I'm going to bring it over onto the right hand side. So you'll see it's all vertical, each month is color coded, and we've got the public holidays in yellow. They're the holidays where the business community does not work. Let's go over to the left hand side. We look at two quick examples. How to calculate 7 days from 10th of March 2022. So I've got it outlined in green here. So 10th of March is the start, drop down 1, we've got 7 days. We don't count across generally, we don't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that would be the wrong date. All law firms use the same system. We start this way, we count down 1 row, and that gives us the answer of the 17th. Second example, 30 days from 21 March 2022. 20 March 2022, we want to count 30 days. 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30. Easy as anything. Alright, in Australia we use day, month, year, rather than the American system which uses month, day, year. And I find that very confusing. Alright, let's duck to two contract examples. One's easy and one's a little bit harder. Alright, first contract. These are regular property contracts in Queensland, houses and land. We can see the contract date right here is the 22nd of March 2022. Day, month, year. So that's the important date that all the other dates run from. So let's go down a couple of pages and look at the next two important dates, which are the dates that somebody comes in and inspects the property to make sure that it's all good quality. That's the building and pest date, and then here's the finance date. So we can see the building and pest date is 7 days from the contract date, which we just looked at. We can look at the file up here. We can see that the file name includes the contract date, 22nd of March 2022. We want to calculate 7 days. Let's go to the right to our calendar. We start on the 22nd of March and we jump down 1 row, which is the 29th of March 2022. That's the building and pest date. Then let's go back and look at the finance date. It's 21 days from the contract date. Usually you'll find that it's 14 days, but here the person obviously needed a little bit longer. So 21 days from that contract date, which is the 22nd of the 3rd. Go over to the 22nd of the 3rd, we're going to count 21 days. 7, 14, 21 days. So the finance date, when the buyer has to make sure that their finances all worked out, is the 12th of April 2022. The last date we're going to look at in this contract, down a few pages, is the settlement date. So when all the money changes hands and the property transfers from the seller to the buyer. The settlement date is 30 days from that contract date, which is the 22nd of the 3rd, 2022. Start at the 22nd of the 3rd, 2022, count 30 days. 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30. So the 30 days falls on the 21st of April 2022. Right, that's the end of this contract. Let's have a look at the other contract. These were all pretty easy. The next contract's a little bit trickier. Jump up to the top. Contract date is 16th of the 3rd, 2022. That's 16th of March 2022. Alright, let's jump down and have a look at those building and pest and finance dates. So we can see that the building and pest date, as normal, is 7 days from the contract date. So contract is 16th of the 3rd. So that's the 16th of the 3rd on the calendar. Drop down 7 days, gives you the 23rd. So the building and pest date that we'll put in our system is the 23rd of March 2022. Let's have a look at what the finance date is. It's 10 days from the date of contract. It doesn't say 10 business days, so we can include weekends during our calculation, but we can't end, of course, on a weekend day because all the law firms are closed and the banks too. So let's calculate 10 days from the date of contract. Date of contract is the 16th of the 3rd. We drop down one row, 7, then 8, 9, 10. Well, as we say, a weekend's not possible, so we go to the next day, the 27th. That's also not possible, so we jump down to the 28th of March 2022. That's the finance date. Let's do that one more time. We've got 10 days from the 16th of the 3rd. 16th of the 3rd, 7, 8, 9, 10, no, 10, no, 10. So we've got the 28th of March 2022 is the finance date. Let's look at the last date we're going to look at. It's a bit of a tricky one, I've got to say. So the settlement date is 30 days from the date of the contract. It's usually on page 5 or page 6. So we know the day of the contract is the 16th of the 3rd, 2022. So let's find that, 16th of the 3rd, and we need to count 30 days. So let's go 7, 14, 21, 28. We're heading to Easter. 29, 30 is a public holiday, so we can't have that as our date. The 16th is a weekend day, so that's not our date. 17th is another weekend day, so that's not our date. Jump across to the 18th, which is another public holiday, and then we've got, jump over to the 19th. So 30 days is actually the 19th of April 2022. So let's just zip back through that again. We're going to calculate 30 days from the 16th of March. 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30 takes us up to the 15th of April. It's a public holiday. 16th is a weekend. 17th is also a weekend. 18th is another public holiday, which takes us to the 19th, so the 19th of April. Now don't get confused, we don't usually get that many public holidays, but April or March, sometimes depending when Easter is a good time for public holidays. That's the end of the video, and thank you very much for watching.